Hi guys, so today we're going to do a little bit of a review, solving graph inequalities. First step, we have to remember that we have to do the inverse operation. We get a nice color. To do the inverse operation, we're just doing the opposite. So I'm just going to put these words up here. Inverse operation. So to do the inverse operation, we have to identify what operation is happening here with connection to the variable and this constant here. So there's a negative sign, which means it's subtraction. So I have to say that, okay, this is subtraction, I have to add. Now adding means I have to add 3 to both sides of the inequality. The inequality is r minus 3 is greater than 5. Add 3. This 3 and this 3 cancel each other because they are 0 pairs. 5 plus 3 is 8. And I have r on this side. Don't change the sign. R is always greater than 8. Okay. So how will I graph this? Get a color. I have to have an open circle on 8 because that's where my starting point is. And which side will my inequality solution set be? That's another word. Solution set, which means there's more than one answer. Solution set. Alright, so r is greater than 8, so all my solution set lies on this side of the line and go on forever. So I highlighted everything above or greater than 8. Okay, let's try my answer. Let's try a different color. So r minus 3 is greater than 5. So what can I substitute into my original equation? Let's take 9, the closest number. So if I say 9 minus 3, that side should be greater than 5. 9 minus 3 is 6, and 6 is greater than 5. Answer checks out. Let's take 7. So we are checking answers now. If 7 was a part of the solution, so 7 minus 3 is greater than 5. 7 minus 3 is 4, greater than 5. Not true. Quack, quack. Okay. So now we know that everything above 8 actually makes this inequality true. So this is my solution set. Alright, let's go to the next one. X plus 4 is greater than 11. Identify the operation, its addition. To do the inverse operation, I do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. Subtract 4 on both sides. 4 cancels 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. That's what it actually does. X is greater than 11 minus 4 is 7. So I have 7 as my answer choice. X is greater than 7. So I'm going to say every number that is greater than 7 is a part of my solution set. So let's check one of these answer choices. So I'm going to start with 5. So I'm saying x is 5. If x is 5, so 5 plus 4 should be greater than 11. 5 plus 4 is 9, is not greater than 11. So this is a wrong choice. This is a wrong choice. Let's check one more. Let's see if we can choose something. 8, okay? 8 plus 4 is greater than 11. 8 plus 4 is 12. And voila, 11 is smaller than 12. So this is a good choice. This is X and this is a good choice. So solution set is true for every number that, if 8 works, then I'm sure everything else works, right? Okay, so that's a quick one. Let's do another. 5x is less than 30. Now, if 5x, what is the operation here? Multiplication. You're right. So this is multiplication. So if it's multiplication, the inverse would be division. So that means I have to divide both sides of my inequality by the coefficient. Okay, here's another fancy word that we've been hearing. Divide by the coefficient on both sides. Okay, this cancels this. 5 divided by 5 is 1. It's 1x. We don't put the 1, so it says x is less than 6. Now let's quickly graph this. Okay, so we have 6 is the starting point. Oops, that's too big. 6, open circle. Here's another word that you got to remember. Open circle. So x is less than 6. So all my numbers less than 6 lie on this side of the umber line. So that's my solution set. Let's quickly do some checking. Okay, I'm going to check something from this side. Let's say 3. So 3 is x now. So that means it's multiplied by 5 is less than 30. 5 times 3 is 15 is less than 30, and that works out. Let's check something else in a different column. Let's check 7. 7 is x now at this time. It's multiplied by 5 is less than 30. 5 times 7 is 35. It's definitely not less than 30, so this is wrong. This becomes a wrong choice. One more to do. This is a division problem. Let's see a different color. What is the operation here? Division. X is being divided by 12, which means x is being multiplied by 1 over 12. If I multiply this, I'm going to get this. I'm just taking the coefficient out as a fraction and leaving the variable by itself. So 1/12 times x. So now I have a fraction of 1/12. Now I have to multiply it by the reciprocal, which is also multiply both sides by 12. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I have 1 over 12x is less than 5. I'm multiplying both sides by the reciprocal, which is 12 over 1, both sides, 12 over 1. So I can make this a fraction. In this case, 12 cancels 12, 1 cancels 1. I have x is greater than 60. That's one way of doing it. Let's do it the other way. What I mean by the other way is I have x over 12 is less than 5. Since this is being divided, I want to multiply both sides by 12, which means multiply by 12 multiplied by 12. Notice there's no fractions involved. So if I divide 12 and 12, I'm going to get 1. So it's either 1 here, 1 here. It doesn't make a difference, okay? X on this side is less than 5 times 12 is 60. Same answers, slightly different methods, but it's actually the same thing. Here we are doing multiplying by the reciprocal. Here we are just multiplying by 12 on both sides, which is practically the same. But now I want you guys to do a check on this video, on this problem, to see how you will graph it. I'm not going to graph it, okay? So you graph it and let me know which side of 60 will my number line be. Will it be on this side or this side? Question mark, question mark. See you guys later.